I work for the Tennessee Student Assistance Corporation. We are the state agency which administers the state aid source here for students in the state of Tennessee. A lot of you probably are familiar with the Hope Scholarship Program, okay? And you see on this slide is catered towards those of you who will be attending a two-year institution, specifically a community college, like Volunteer State University, like Walter State, like Jackson State or Dyersburg State, these community colleges that are all across the state of Tennessee. What you see here is your Hope Scholarship. If you're a student who's graduating with a 21 ACT from a national or state test date, or if you graduate with a final cumulative 3.0 grade point average, either or, you will receive the Hope Scholarship to attend that community college here in Tennessee. And beginning with the 2015-16 academic year, your award amount will be $1,500 per semester, assuming you're attending full-time, which is defined as being enrolled in 12 or more credit hours. So you will receive $1,500 per semester, again, class of 2015 and beyond at this point in time. Much like the federal slides, I always like to say, these amounts or these academic requirements, are always subject to change. So depending on what quote-unquote class you are, whether I'm speaking to the class of 15, the class of 16, or what have you, year to year these may change. So specifically we're looking at the class of 15 student right now with this slide. Now beyond the Hope Scholarship, there are two supplements that or additional money you can receive on top of the Hope Scholarship. First is the General Assembly Merit Scholarship. We refer to as GAMS. If you're a student in this case that achieves a 29 ACT and achieves a 3.75 grade point average or better from all 4 years of high school, you will not only receive the Hope Scholarship, you would receive an additional $500 each semester on top of the Hope Scholarship. And then finally, for the students that have a need, and specifically per FAFSA, if your parents' adjusted gross income or their AGI is reported to be less than $36,000, then on top of that Hope Scholarship, because again, you have to qualify for Hope to qualify for Aspire, you would receive an additional $250 per semester on top of your Hope Scholarship. GAMS and Aspire, again, are supplements. If you qualify for both, you will receive the higher of the two award amounts, whatever it best fits your situation here at the community college, meaning in this case, now if you're a GAMS student that also qualifies for Aspire, how this program now works is you would receive GAMS because that would be the greater amount. You would not receive Aspire in this case. So you get one or the other, whatever best helps you out, which in this case generally translates to which one's worth more to you. And at a two-year community college, it would be the General Assembly Merit Supplement. Okay, so that's state aid at a community college level. Now, state aid at a four-year institution. So specifically in state, specifically the public and private institutions located in the state of Tennessee. So, throughout this presentations, I've referenced schools like UT and ETSU and MTSU and Austin Peay, University of Memphis, and on and on and on. I've also referenced Vanderbilt, Carson Newman, Freed-Hardman as another example, Belmont, Lipscomb, Trevecca, Tennessee Wesleyan. There are a group of Tennessee institutions which are considered eligible institutions for Hope Scholarship purposes, all right? Most public and private schools located in the Tennessee are eligible, and so this is information that your school counselor would have for you to show you exactly the list that are considered eligible. But for those of you who choose to attend a four-year institution, your Hope Scholarship amounts beginning with the 2015-16 academic year, they are as follows. So long as you are classified as a freshman and or a sophomore at and by that four-year institution located in Tennessee, you will receive $1,750 a semester, okay, $1,750 a semester. Now, once your classification changes to be a junior or a senior, then your award amount will increase to $2,250 per semester. Okay, so this will begin with the class of 2015, beginning the 2015-16 academic year. In order to qualify for HOPE at a four-year institution, the requirements are just the same as they are at the community college level. You have to achieve a 21 ACT or a final cumulative 3.0 GPA. Notice you also have the SAT score attainment there as well. So again, you do have to academically qualify for the HOPE scholarship, but your award amount at the four-year level is now going to be determined by your classification, okay, set forth by that institution. All right, so freshman and sophomore classification, you're going to receive $1,750 a semester, whereas once you become a junior and senior, you're going to receive $2,250 a semester. Okay. GAMS, same amount at the four-year level. It's still going to be $500 per semester if you attain the 29 ACT and a 3.75 GPA. Aspire, if you notice with Aspire, that award amount actually increases at the four-year level. So if mom and dad, income is less than $36,000 and you qualify for HOPE, your Aspire award will be an additional $750. So in your case at the four-year level, if you qualify for both supplements, you would receive the Aspire supplement more than likely because, again, it's more money and would benefit you more so at the four-year level. Again, state aid or all these programs specifically, how do you apply? You complete the FAFSA. You complete the FAFSA each and every year to reapply for this aid, in addition to meeting some academic requirements to maintain eligibility each and every year that you're enrolled in college. But again, you must complete a FAFSA. There's not an additional application to apply for the HOPE Scholarship Program and its supplements. You must complete, again, the free application for federal student aid. All right. There's some students, there are some parents that have this misconception with FAFSA because we've already gone over it. We've talked about income, and so sometimes students will ask, is this HOPE Scholarship need-based? No, it's not. Look, the requirements for HOPE are based on your academics, your ACT, SAT test scores, or your grade point average. So, whether your kid, whose parents, don't really make much anything at all from an income perspective, you can qualify for HOPE. And just like, if your parents make $1 zillion a year, all right, you may qualify for HOPE as well, because HOPE is based on your academics, all right, not based on income, at least the base HOPE Scholarship Award, all right. All right, we transition on. There are some additional state programs that are administered. There's the HOPE Access Grant for those students who may not meet the qualifications for the HOPE Scholarship. Well, this is a program that actually is need-based for those students who specifically have certain academics. They have an 18, 19, or 20 on the ACT, and if their grade point average is between a 2.75 and a 2.99, and if mom and dad's adjusted gross income per FAFSA is less than $36,000, then you may qualify for what's called HOPE Access. Yes, you have to meet all three requirements: the standardized test score, the grade point average, and the parent AGI in order to qualify for HOPE Access. All right. However, if you qualify for Access, this kind of gives you a bridge to the HOPE Scholarship in college. Folks, remember, your eligibility for HOPE or HOPE Access is determined when you graduate high school. As of today, you cannot earn HOPE in college without having been eligible for HOPE or HOPE Access upon your graduation from high school. So please understand that. Okay, so HOPE Access is kind of your last ditch effort, for some of you who, for whatever reason, perhaps have not performed as well as you would have liked while in high school. If you qualify for HOPE Access, this gives you kind of that last bridge in order to obtain HOPE once you are in college, all right? Wilder NAFI, this is a wonderful program. There are a lot of students that we work with that, as we talk financial ways, we talk college. Probably should have said this a lot earlier, but when we talk college, college is a very general term, folks. Whether you're attending a Tennessee College of Applied Technology, where this program is relevant at. Whether you're attending a community college or a four-year institution, you're attending college. You're furthering your education beyond high school, which, ideally, this is what we're going to encourage all of you to do, right? As it generally increases your prospects for employment, here in the state of Tennessee. Specifically for some of you, where community college and 4 years, you think you might thrive somewhere where you can, work with your hands, or you may want to do some stuff like work with your hands. And this is where we encourage students to look at these Tennessee colleges of applied technologies. They're located across the state of Tennessee, and they offer programs like auto diesel, like nursing programs and others, but more of a hands-on type programs is what they offer. And for some of you, you're going to thrive in that environment, more so perhaps than you would going to a class every day and having to read a book and stuff. And that's great. And for those of you who do consider these Tennessee colleges of applied technology, understand, because you are a Tennessee resident, you will qualify for what's known as the Wilder-Nafee Technical Skills Grant. The only requirement is you're a Tennessee resident and you pursue a certificate or a diploma program that's offered at that Tennessee College of Applied Technology. All right. Yes, just like these other programs we've talked from a state perspective, you will have to complete a FAFSA. All right, so that's how you become eligible for such a program. You must complete the free application for federal student aid, just like any other student would. All right, so definitely for those of you, this may be the first time you've heard of quote unquote a Tennessee College of Applied Technology. As you see here, the acronym we use and we say is TCAT. These may be some colleges that you will want to explore beyond all the other colleges that you may be aware of or more aware of as you go through this process. And last but not least, at least from this slide, is the TSAA, the Tennessee Student Assistance Award. This is our state grant. So this is our Pell Grant, essentially, that's offered in the state of Tennessee. And this is first come, first serve. And this is why we say, folks, you need to complete the FAFSA as soon as possible after January 1. And specifically, you noticed that it says 0 EFC. If you are a graduating senior high school student, in order to be eligible for TSAA, that expected family contribution derived from you completing the FAFSA will have to be 0 in order for you to be considered for TSAA eligibility. Okay, and understand, we will award students TSAA at that level until our funds are depleted. And each year, depending on how many students meet that 0 EFC, that will determine when that money runs out. Because once it runs out, that's it until that next year. So it's imperative for those of you that have a financial need, okay, that you get this FAFSA completed and in, all right, as soon as possible, by estimation, right, by estimation, as we learned earlier, as soon as possible after January 1st. And folks, you're going to have to do that each and every subsequent year. Because it's first come, first serve each and every year, specifically with TSAA. Award amount is going to be determined on where you attend college. If you attend a TCAT, your award amount will be $1,000. If you attend a community college, it's going to be $1,300, and that's for the year, not per semester, but for the year in this case. Sorry to kind of change my award amount per semester per year in this case, but at the four-year public level, it'd be $2,000 a year, and finally at a four-year private, it'd be $4,000. So again, your award amount would be determined by what institution you attend. All right. So there are a few additional state programs that TSAC administers that are not FAFSA driven, and here are some examples: the Ned McWhorter Scholars Program, the Dependent Children Scholars Program, and also the Dual Enrollment Grant. Let's tackle the Dual Enrollment Grant first, because specifically if you are a current high school student, hopefully you are aware of a Dual Enrollment Grant program. This is where you can actually attend or intake, I should say, college courses while you are a high school junior and or senior, and receive a grant to help pay for those courses. All right. Now, I've defined grant to you thus far as to mean this is money that's based on your financial need, your family's financial aid specifically. In this case, dual enrollment grant, well, it's just free money that's for you if you are a high school junior or senior who wants to take part in the dual enrollment program at your local college. And so I apologize, the grant in this case does not necessarily mean you have to have a need. This is for any high school junior or senior that wants to take dual enrollment courses at their local college. So for more information, I'm going to encourage you just to simply talk with your college counselor and or your school counselor there at your respective high school to learn more. And so definitely if you are a freshman or sophomore listening to this presentation, by all means, now might be a good time for you to discuss with your high school counselor about the potentiality of taking college coursework while a junior and senior and utilizing dual enrollment grant to pay for those courses, okay? The other two courses, the other two programs on this slide, I'm going to say the same thing with it as well. Every year, my staff, we disseminate a new TSAC financial aid brochure, which outlines all the programs that we administer. Obviously, Ned McWhorter and Dependent Children's are discussed within that brochure. We also have a website that your school counselor can send you to that will outline all the programs that we administer beyond what we have just covered dealing with the Hope Scholarship Program. So this is slide, I was going to say, there's more out there that's offered, at least from the state perspective, that you might be interested in. However, these have separate online applications through my office, and so by all means, maybe see your counselor, high school counselor, for more information regarding these programs.